Welcome back to Bills, Pets, and Beers. I'm the host, Chad Cooper, and this is a channel where I talk about Bills football, the NFL in general, walk through some parlays I do, and do an occasional tasting and rating of a tasty brew. Obviously, today's video is going to be talking about the Bills versus Pats post-game reaction. I mean, there's not much to say about this except that we just dominated the game. But let's get into it a little bit. Let's go from the positives from the game. A lot more positives than negatives. The Bills' run defense, solid again. Only allowed 60 yards on the ground over total for the whole Patriots offense. That's huge. That's their meat and potatoes, and we were able to stuff them and then really not give them that many passing yards as well. Mac was underneath, I think, 180 passing yards. I think it was like 160 something, or maybe it was 188, but it was under 190, so that's pretty good. They only had like 230 something yards of offense, so I mean, not much there. Then the Bills played complimentary football today. I mean, on Thursday. They had 37 run attempts and 33 pass attempts. They had more run attempts than pass attempts. That's huge for this team. And we still dominated the whole game. So, I mean, what more can you ask for at this point? We had, I think it was 38 minutes of possession throughout the whole game, and they only had 22. That's what the Patriots try to do with their defense and their run game. And we were able to get physical with them and be dominant. That's very good to see coming up in these winter months, because we're going to have to show that at home against the Jets coming up soon. So, I'll be going to that game too, so I'm super excited for it. Allen played a clean game. No interceptions. Yeah, he coughed up one on the ground when he was running, but that's a little bit towards the negative part. Like I said, it was hard to find negatives from this game, but definitely a good positive. He was clean through the air, had a nice couple big passes. That one where he jumped and was in the air before he went out of bounds, throwing the ball, that was great. I was confused because they didn't call a touchdown at first. I was like, wait, did he step out? I was like, no, he definitely wasn't. Why does it not get called? But definitely got called the touchdown. And then that shot to Diggs, I mean, that also goes on Diggs. I mean, if you watch that play, just that little tweak out, he just tricked Jones so hard on that. I mean, he just made him basically lose, fall out of his cleats, because it's just like he did that move and he had like instant 2-3 yard separation. It was crazy, especially in that short of a route. Then the Bills' front seven were improving on tackling, like at least tackling percentages, like not having as much broken tackles. And their third down defense was amazing this game. Usually, the past like three or so games, they've been having issues where they get to third and longs and they allow them to make those big passes. Yeah, I think they had maybe one this game, but they are breaking up a lot of those passes, not making plays on the ball, just making play like to actually catch it, but making plays to break up the pass. So there's a lot of good pass breakups this game. I did enjoy that a lot. Like I said, that's the part of the defense we needed to we were getting people into third downs, third and longs often, and it's like we were allowing them just to make passes like for 15, 16 yards and get down the field. It's nice to see Trey White was out there a lot more this game. Even Dane Jackson improved a lot too. The Patriots ended up only getting 3 out of 12 third down conversions, which was beautiful to see. Next up, we got another good one, just a kind of side note of the last one. Trey White looked amazing out in the field. He's definitely improving. He looked like he was getting weight. He's pretty much 100% right now, I think. I think the next game, when we face the Jets, he's going to be out there legitimately all game. Unless we go up by a crazy amount of points, and they're just going to pull him probably in the third quarter. But I'm hoping for the go up by a lot of points. It's nice to see our defense back to 100%. You know, it's just nice to get a big win against a divisional win at this point. The first one of the year, which is sad. But we're gonna have 3 more, so that's fine. End up 4-6, that won't be bad. Negatives. Like I said, I kind of had to really pull teeth with these. The Bills' offense only scored 7 points in the second half. Yes, they only scored 24 total, but this is a game where in that second half they definitely had opportunities to get down there and score and get moving. And I know they're definitely just getting the run going so they can burn the clock more, and they already had a 10-point lead at that point anyways. Or, yeah, so it's like you weren't really worried about them coming back too much, but they still need that separation, and they were still in that, like, zone where they were still trying to get points, and they just... I mean, like I said, they got a touchdown. That's great to see. I'd like that. It's just you would like to see at least, get close enough to get field goals if you're not getting touchdowns. You don't have to get into the red zone all the time, but at least get down towards there, like the 30, 35, so you can kick a field goal. You know what I mean? It's just not worrisome. It's just, I'm like really pulling teeth to get these negative. It's just that much. The Bills D definitely got burned on that trick play. I mean, yes, it was one play, but it was like, and then it was to a special teams guy who was also plays on the defense. And then you have, like, players missing big tackles there, too. Like I said, the tackling got a lot better this game, but there was still not great of tackling, like, on that play. Like, there's 3 or 4 attempts where you could have kind of got the guy if you would have... Like I said, they really got tricked on that play, but there was attempts to tackle him, and they were just kind of missed. So, not really too much to really hark on that, but, pulling teeth, so you're really getting to the nitty-gritty of trying to find these negatives. Then, I said, obviously, Josh Allen's fumble. He's been really good at not losing the ball on the ground. He's been, even, like, as of late, he's been running a little bit more, getting these yards. I mean, he, like, jumped into people to get that first down, which was not scary to see, but you don't want to see it, like... That's Josh. You can't really get too stressed about it, but it definitely makes you take a breath, like a deep breath, to make sure he gets up okay from something like that. But it's just I'm just hoping it's knock on wood that it's not nothing to really worry about for the future. I mean, I don't see any doubt in his play. He's been holding on to the ball very well, not getting as many fumbles as the past couple of years like he did. So I'm not really worried about that there. It's just definitely something to look at. Like I said, there wasn't much really bad during this game for the Bills. Then I put this the Bills O-line play. It was not super ideal. David Quessenberry, like, he definitely needs to step up his play in the next week or two if Dawkins can't play. I mean, he did have like a limited or full practice. He didn't practice all week. So I mean, if he gets a couple limited practices after this big break we have, like a middle mini bye week before the Jets game, that'd be nice to see if Dawkins can play. But honestly, I could see them wanting him to get the more full health before they actually push him out there. Because I mean, our O-line depth is definitely not what it used to be. So it would be nice to get get Dawkins back. But Quessenberry has to just step the game up a little bit. I mean, even on the other side, Spencer Brown. Yes, we faced a really good defense, like at least front seven, and we're gonna be coming up with another good front seven against the Jets, who put a lot of pressure on Josh Allen last game we played them. So it's just something to look forward towards, where we just need to be a little bit better up there, because Josh was scrambling for his life at times, and it's like you can't have that going on all the time. Like I said, they're very good front sevens, but you have to at least give him a second or two, like a couple seconds, for him to get a nice pass off, which for the most part they did pretty well at. But just to kind of like clean things up a little bit in a sense. I mean, that one false start by Spencer Brown, it was like you just saw it. You're like, he jumped almost a full second, he was definitely a half second, almost a full second. It seemed like before the play happened. That's how drastic it was. Like he jumped back like a whole like a foot or two before the play even started with that jump back, like step back. It was you knew it was coming back that play, like or who it was on because it was that obvious. And it's because he was fake going up. I think Judon was on that side, so he was. They're getting jumpy. I think they have to get a little bit more confidence in themselves because confidence is huge in this game. If you have confidence and then you have put the skills on top of it, that's great. But if you can be a skilled player with zero, like not that great of confidence going against a certain player, and they're gonna burn you just by you not being confident in yourself. If you're confident in your abilities, generally you'll make a better play. So hopefully we build that, and then I'm guessing we're gonna see Dawkins probably at least by the Miami game, but I think the Jets game might be a little iffy to get him back. I know it's a long like mini bye week, but you want him like 100%, like not going to get injured again type of healthy. But yeah, that's going to be it for like. I'm just doing a quick overview of the game. Obviously, a lot of people have already covered all that stuff. I'm not gonna. I'm trying to pick and choose because I watch content too, so I don't want to like pick what they're saying because that's I don't like. It's like basically rehashing what everyone said, but just kind of going through what I saw compared to what other people have said and whatnot. So let's. I got another section of this. There wasn't really a light out of the darkness or like injury for insult for this week. So I got games to watch this Sunday because this is a huge huge week in the at least throughout the season. This week has a lot of playoff implications, especially for the Bills on the AFC side. And I mean, even on the NFC, but I'm focusing on that for the Bills factor. 49ers versus Dolphins. Obviously, it's a big game because the Dolphins are in it. But Dolphins lose this game, we go right up front. And we're the front of our division again. We're the first in our division, and we finally take our rightful place. Dolphins have been playing good. Hopefully, the 49ers they've been playing well too. Hopefully, their defense slows down Tua and their wide receivers over there, and we get going. But it is Jeff Wilson Jr. What is it called? Like not retaliation, but it's a revenge game because they kind of dropped him once he got McCaffrey, which you can't really blame him. So I don't think he's that upset about it. But definitely hurts to get dropped from your team like halfway, like throughout the year, just because you picked up someone. Or not dropped, but traded. So gonna be interesting. I have him in fantasy, so I'm hoping he gets a pretty big week for me, but not too big because I don't want the Dolphins to win. So Dolphins lose, Bills get first in our division, and it gives us a nice little like I don't know, it gives us a game between us and them, and it's a nice little cushion. And they have and then that'll make the Bills versus Dolphins game even bigger coming up. Anyways, then you have the Jets versus the Vikings. This is a tough game for the Jets, and Mike White's coming into his little is coming into his chance to make a really good run at being the starting QB here, and for that, well, at least for the Jets. So something to watch, see how Mike White's playing. If Mike White has another good game, honestly, that's gonna bode well for the Bills, I think, because he's gonna come into the Bills head high, thinking he can't do anything wrong, and he's gonna just get burned from it. I think we're gonna take him down to earth like we did last year, and not as drastic, like 4 interceptions, drastic, but just drastic enough where we're gonna probably get 2 off him if he comes off a hiatus off this, So, but that would just put a bigger buffer between us and the Jets. So that brings like another team that we don't have to worry about in our division. So it's not as much pressure on that Jets game. Granted, I think we're going to win. I think the Vikings can still beat the Jets even if Mike White has a big outing, because they got a lot of players over there and a lot of good wide receivers. So, and even Hawkinson's coming into his own in that offense, so you got definitely something to watch. Then something out of the division but still huge, at least out of the AFC, Bengals versus the Chiefs. A lot of playoff implications because Bengals win this, they put another gap between them and the Patriots and the Chargers down there, because they're right at that bottom. Like I think they're the 7th seed right now. And if the Bengals win, that also puts the Chiefs 1 game down, and we have the tiebreaker, puts us at an even match. And guess what? Bing, bang, boom. Bills are up top, number 1 seed. And that'll be huge for us. Obviously, the rest of the schedule for the Chiefs are very light. So this is the one game we need them to lose for us to get in there. And also, like I said, if the Dolphins lose, and the Chiefs lose, that'll put the Bengals up to probably the 5th seed, or Bengals, or depending what happens with the Ravens game, Bengals or Ravens into that like 5th seed, and it almost, I think it drops the Dolphins into like the 7th or 8th seed. So that's big for the Bills. I mean, we want them kind of losing at least 3 of these last 6 games that make it really easy for us, because they have they go on the road against the 49ers, and then they have Chargers, so they're staying out there that week, and then they come back to Buffalo and face us there. So they're going to be dog tired of being like having all those away games in a row, especially all the travel between them. I mean, coming back from West Coast, going all the way back there, then they're going to have kind of a day just to rest, and then come into this Bills game, which is looking, it's like it's going to be a late night game, but I'm going to that one as well, so I'm hoping it's going to be a great one. I mean, I wouldn't mind a night game. I just would have to probably find an Airbnb and find out in time so I can get an Airbnb. But yeah, that's going to be it for that. I got some upcoming videos. I'm going to be dropping another one today, later on for the Sunday Night Football preview and parlay. So you have a nice day to look at it. And then I'm going to be doing a Monday Night Football preview and same game parlay. And doing Bills versus Jets preview and prediction video. So that's going to be it for here. I'm just going to round up with my sponsors. I got, if you got an Instagram, go check out my wife. It's Crochet with Elisha. It's Crochet, WITHELISHA. She does a lot of hats, mittens, gloves, anything you could think of. She's made it. She makes it for toddlers, infants, grown adults, anything, any size person she can make it for. She also does like bikini tops, shirt tops, bottoms, anything you could think of as well, like that for for girls as well. She can make a shirt for a guy, anyone. She just has to have the measurements, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, she does cardigans, jackets, blankets, stuffed animals, anything you could think of. Just check out her channel. She even makes beer koozies. They're pretty funny. So check it out. Then I got my buddy, Mr. Nasty Time. It's my buddy Evan. He has a channel. The channel is like spelled out Mr. It's MR_NASTYTYYYME. Go check him out. He does a lot of good stuff. He drops a weekly power rankings for the NFL. Does 1 through 32. Then he also been streaming a lot of Call of Duty on there as of late, doing the Warzone 2.0 and Modern Warfare 2, and he's going to be doing some NFL on there as well with the new Madden that just came out that he got. So check that out. And my future sponsor, hopefully, New Belgium Voodoo Ranger. New Belgium is a very good beer company, but they have this little faction of Voodoo Rangers beers I have. Probably 10 or 12 they have out now. But check them out. It's really good. Obviously, Juice Force is my favorite, but it's because of the high percentage and it goes down smooth. So you'll need like one, two, 3 of them, and you're solid. So check them out. Find them at your local store. They're probably like between $2.50 and $3.50 for like a tall boy 19-ounce can. But that's going to be it for me. Go Bills, and I'm out.